I'm your mom. I'm a psych major and I'm looking to clarify some stuff that they don't really teach you until after high school, but really I think everybody should know. And if you want to know what I mean by that, well, you'll see as I get into the topics at hand. First of all, dopamine, the bastard neurotransmitter. It is, well, it makes you crazy, but you need it to live. So first of all, what the heck is a neurotransmitter? A neurotransmitter is a chemical messenger that is sent through the brain, and dopamine is the desire neurotransmitter. It's the thing that makes you want stuff. And it's located in the amygdala part of the brain. This is the brain. This is the amygdala. This itty bitty bit right in there. It's a teeny bitty tiny little area that's located in the midbrain, which is part of the basic survival part of the brain. The actually fun fact, you can survive with just the hindbrain and the midbrain. You don't actually need the frontal cortex and all of that complicated stuff to survive. You can just get all your basic instincts for survival from the back, which is why they call it the lizard part of the brain, because it's all basic animal stuff and has nothing to do with lizard aliens, Mr. Ike. So this is the brain, that's the neurotransmitter, and I went off topic. Okay. How neurons work. So that's a neuron. It's this blah, and it's going to blah, and this is all way too complicated. It's like an electrical bzzzt, and it sound like a 12-year-old explaining their favorite movie. It was all like blah and yeah, and you know. Okay, so these little red dots are the neurotransmitters themselves. They get sent through, down, and then get out, and then they like float around there, and then there's these little receptors, which are these little bumpy bits, and sometimes they go into the receptor, and sometimes they don't. And when they don't, they either get sent back up, or they get dissolved. It's way too complicated. So, what we're gonna do instead, now, this is what we're gonna do instead. Think of dopamine as the seagulls from Finding Nemo. So there you see, mine. These are those are dopamine. See where you think about those little red dots? Boom, dopamine. Mine. Because they make you want stuff. And this is the neuron. It's just this floating around in the sea. Now, you know, there's like some fish floating around, yada, 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 and every once in a while a seagull goes flying into the water to catch fish. Now, the fish, sometimes when they're down there and they're swimming around or they're floating on the surface, boom! Along comes a shark and gobbles up the seagull. And that's how a neuron typically works. That's normal stuff. But then along comes Opie the asshole fisherman. Now, Opie, he will take the place of opioids. And since he's an asshole, he throws a ton of bait into the water, which then makes the seagulls, oh my god, more of them fly into the water. And because there's more seagulls flying around and there's a lot of blood getting eaten by, the sharks, then more sharks come along because they're like, oh my god, look, a feast. And they all get all excited. So then they come along and the seagulls are freaking out and they're jumping into the water. And then Opie's like, ha 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 ha, this is gonna get really funny because I'm an asshole. Look at me go. He casts a net over so that all the seagulls get trapped into the water so they can't escape. So when the sharks are coming along, they're like, ha ha ha, feast. And the seagulls are like, crap, they can't escape. They can't get up, they can't sit on the buoy, they can't fly away, they're just, and they all get eaten, every last one of them. And then when they're all gone, because there's a ton of sharks now floating around and the bait's all gone and the seagulls are all gone, the sharks are all like, more please, what happened? We want more. And, yeah. That's how addiction works. Opioids, you can find them, I know it's a generalized term, you hear it all the time on the news, blah, 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 and not everybody knows precisely what is an opioid and what isn't. So we're talking opium, obviously, codeine, oxycodone, fentanyl, morphine, and Tylenol-3. So if you get handed Tylenol-3, I mean, I'd be taking something else. Just, there are other options. Just avoid them. Opioids are bad. Anyway, but the opioids are not the only way to get addicted to things. Literally anything can be an asshole fisherman and cause addictive behavior. Basically, opie could be, well, I mean, it's all about desire. It's what you want. So let's say you like shopping, and shopping makes you happy. So the more you go shopping, the more you want to go shopping. And then people have gotten addicted to shopping. It's apparently a thing. So I would say that the worst offender, apart from opioids themselves, for causing addictive behavior is love. Seriously, have you ever caught feelings for somebody and you couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, couldn't function, and just thought about them constantly and went absolutely, yeah, that's that, mine. So there are different versions of love, but the one where you get absolutely obsessed and you need to see them right now is not the one you want, because that's just desire. That's just wanting stuff. So I'm actually going to do another video on oxytocin, which is the neurotransmitter that if you want to get attached to somebody and you want to spend your life with them, that's the neurotransmitter you'll want to be targeting. So I'll do that in another video. But in the meantime, stay away from Opie! So sorry guys, Rick Sanchez, well, not 100% right about love. He certainly wasn't wrong either. That's it for me for today. I will try to make this a weekly thing, but until next time, be kind and think for yourself. Just chilling out with Opie the asshole fisherman. Opie the asshole fisherman. Opie the asshole fisherman. Come along in his little boat, casting nets 2 kilos of seals in time.